You've dropped $20 on a famous wine brand, expecting sophistication. But here's what sommeliers won't tell you. Most of these premium bottles are actually worse than the $9 grocery store wine sitting right next to them. Today, we're exposing which famous names are pure marketing and which few actually earn their reputation. I've tasted hundreds of bottles, studied production methods, and compared price-to-value ratios so you don't waste another dollar. From mass-produced disasters to hidden gems worth every penny. By the end, you'll know exactly which wines deserve your money and which ones are laughing all the way to the bank. But trust me, the wine at number 3 will completely shatter everything you think you know about expensive bottles. But first, if you've ever been burned by overpriced wine, hit that like button and subscribe. This video will save you hundreds. Number 15. Boone's Farm. Let's start with the wine that's not really wine. Boone's Farm pours like liquid candy, artificially bright colors that scream chemistry lab more than vineyard. You expect nostalgia, maybe a guilty pleasure that brings back college memories. What you actually get is 7.5% alcohol, high fructose corn syrup, and flavoring that would make a soda company blush. The problem isn't just the taste, it's the deception. This isn't fermented grape juice, it's flavored malt beverage masquerading as wine. College kids drink this because it's cheap and gets you buzzed. But calling it wine is like calling a hot dog steak. For the same $3, grab a bottle of water and save your taste buds the trauma. Boone's Farm isn't wine for people who don't like wine. It's not wine at all. But if you think that's bad, wait until you see what Franzia is actually doing to your palate. Number 14. Franzia. That familiar cardboard box with the plastic spout. Franzia doesn't pretend to be sophisticated, and honestly, that's refreshing. Pours pale gold with zero complexity, tastes like grape juice that gave up halfway through fermentation. You expect nothing, and Franzia delivers exactly that with surprising consistency. Here's the thing. Franzia knows what it is. It's party wine, cooking wine, wine for people who measure by the glass, not the sip. The malolactic fermentation is rushed. The terroir is industrial, but it's honest about being mass-produced table wine. Soccer moms love this because it's reliable and cheap. For the same $12, grab a bottle of Columbia Crest. You'll get actual wine character. Franzia isn't trying to fool anyone, which makes it more respectable than half the bottles above it. Speaking of brands that fool people, the next wine built an empire on one accidental mistake. If you're enjoying these wine truths, smash subscribe. We're about to reveal which bottles actually justify their price tags. Number 13. Sutter Home. The pale pink liquid that changed American wine forever, Sutter Home White Zinfandel, pours like rosé but tastes like liquid cotton candy. You expect sophistication because it says Zinfandel on the label. What you actually get is residual sugar levels that would make a dessert wine jealous. But here's where things get interesting. Sutter Home accidentally created White Zinfandel in 1975 when a fermentation stuck, leaving behind sweetness. Instead of dumping it, they bottled it, and suddenly millions of Americans who didn't like wine were buying cases. Wine snobs hate it, but it opened the door for an entire generation. For the same $8, try a dry rosé from Provence. You'll taste what pink wine should be. Sutter Home isn't sophisticated, but it's historically significant. Now we're getting to brands that actually try to look premium, starting with one that's fooling millennials everywhere. Number 12. Cupcake Vineyards. Those colorful labels with whimsical names. Cupcake pours medium ruby with surprising depth for a mass-market brand. You expect Instagram-friendly fluff because of the playful branding. What you actually get is decent fruit-forward wine that doesn't take itself too seriously. The technical execution is better than expected. Their red velvet blend shows proper tannin structure, and the Sauvignon Blanc has legitimate citrus notes. Millennials love this because it's approachable without being embarrassing. The problem is consistency. Some bottles deliver, others taste like they were made in different facilities. For the same $12, grab Bogle Cabernet, more reliable quality. Cupcake proves good wine doesn't need stuffy labels, but it needs consistent winemaking. But if you want to see real inconsistency, wait until we expose America's #1 wine brand. 11. Barefoot. This is the part wine stores don't want you to see. America's #1 wine brand by volume, Barefoot pours light and fruity across every varietal. Tastes like grape juice with training wheels. You expect quality because it's everywhere, from gas stations to upscale grocery stores. What you actually get is wine designed by committee to offend absolutely no one. The production scale is staggering. Millions of cases annually from California's Central Valley. The malolactic fermentation is controlled for maximum smoothness, removing any challenging characteristics. Casual drinkers love this because it's predictable and sweet. But here's what will make you angry. It's wine for people who don't want to taste wine. For the same $7, try Trader Joe's Charles Shaw. Similar approachability with more character. Barefoot dominates through availability, not excellence. Now we're entering territory where wines actually start showing some character. Número 10. La Crema. Here's where the game changes. That elegant bottle with the cream-colored label, La Crema Pinot Noir, pours beautiful ruby red with legitimate complexity. You expect California fruit bomb because of the price point. What you actually get is restrained elegance that respects the grape's delicate nature. The technical execution shows real winemaking knowledge. Their Russian River Valley sourcing provides cool climate character, and the oak integration is subtle, not overwhelming. Wine enthusiasts respect this because it delivers varietal character without breaking the bank. The Chardonnay shows proper mineral backbone, rare at this price. For step-up quality, try Flowers Pinot Noir, but you'll pay double. La Crema proves California can make elegant wine when it wants to. But wait until you see how South America is quietly embarrassing California at half the price. Number 9. Concha y Toro. You've been lied to about Chilean wine, Chile's wine ambassador to the world. Their Casillero del Diablo pours deep purple with intense fruit concentration. You expect simple because it's affordable and widely available. What you actually get is serious winemaking from high-altitude vineyards that rival Napa's quality. The Maipo Valley terroir provides natural acidity and mineral complexity. Their Cabernet Sauvignon shows proper structure with blackcurrant, cedar, and tobacco notes. International wine buyers love this because it delivers old-world character at new-world prices. The legend says the devil guards their best wines, marketing genius that actually reflects quality. For similar value, try Catena from Argentina. Concha y Toro proves South America is producing world-class wine at accessible prices. Speaking of countries that changed the wine game, Australia's next entry will shock you. Number 8. Yellowtail. The kangaroo that conquered America. Yellowtail pours bright and approachable across every style, tastes like Australia in a bottle. You expect simple fruit because of the playful branding. What you actually get will make you rethink everything about Australian wine. The Southeastern Australia sourcing allows consistent blending across regions. Their Shiraz shows proper pepper spice, and the Chardonnay avoids the butter bomb trap. Casual wine drinkers love this because it's reliable and food-friendly. The genius was making wine approachable without dumbing it down. For more complexity, try Penfolds Cununga Hill, same region, more depth. Yellowtail opened American palates to Australian wine and deserves credit for that cultural shift. But the next American brand proves you don't need heritage to make great wine. Number 7. Josh Cellars. Don't skip this part. You'll miss the most important lesson about modern winemaking. The modern success story, Josh Cellars Cabernet, pours deep garnet with impressive concentration for the price. You expect marketing over substance because it's relatively new and everywhere. What you actually get is serious winemaking that understands American palates. The North Coast sourcing provides legitimate terroir, and the winemaking shows restraint. Their Cabernet delivers blackberry, vanilla, and spice without excessive oak. Wine retailers love this because it moves fast and satisfies customers. The brand built loyalty through consistency. Every bottle tastes like the last. For similar quality, try Columbia Crest Grand Estates. Josh Cellars proves new brands can succeed through quality, not just marketing. Now we're getting to wines that have actually earned their legendary status. Number 6. Kendall Jackson. Prepare to feel vindicated about your Chardonnay choices. America's Chardonnay king for 28 years running, K.J. Vintner's Reserve pours golden with perfect balance of fruit and oak. You expect butter bomb because of California reputation. What you actually get is masterful winemaking that defined American Chardonnay style. The cool climate sourcing from multiple AVAS creates complexity impossible from single vineyards. Their proprietary yeast strains and barrel fermentation program show technical sophistication. Wine professionals respect this because it's consistently excellent year after year. The Chardonnay shows apple, pear, and vanilla with mineral backbone. For step-up quality, try their Grand Reserve, worth the extra $10. Kendall Jackson earned its reputation through relentless quality focus. But if you think 28 years is impressive, wait until you meet a family that's been perfecting wine for 6 centuries. Number 5. Antinori. This will blow your mind. 6 centuries of Italian winemaking excellence. Antinori Chianti Classico pours ruby red with aristocratic elegance. You expect tradition over innovation because of the ancient family heritage. What you actually get is perfect marriage of old-world wisdom and modern technique. Since 1385, the Antinori family has been refining Sangiovese in Tuscany's hills. Their understanding of terroir runs deeper than most wineries' entire existence. The wine shows cherry, leather, and earth with silky tannins that only come from generational knowledge. Wine connoisseurs revere this because it represents authentic Italian winemaking. For similar heritage, try Frescobaldi, another noble family. Antinori proves that some reputations are earned over centuries, not marketing campaigns. But here's where American winemaking gets serious. The next bottle will change how you see California forever. Number 4. Ridge. The shocking truth about California wine starts here. California legend that respects tradition. Ridge Montebello pours deep purple with mountain intensity. You expect modern fruit bomb because it's California Cabernet. What you actually get is old-world elegance from new-world fruit, crafted by winemakers who understand restraint. The Santa Cruz Mountains terroir provides natural acidity and mineral complexity. Their pre-prohibition winemaking methods and minimal intervention philosophy create wines that age gracefully for decades. Serious collectors treasure this because it represents California's potential for greatness. The Zinfandel shows pepper, bramble, and earth. Nothing like the jammy stereotypes. For similar philosophy, try Mayacamas, another mountain producer. Ridge proves California can make wines with soul, not just power. Now we're entering the top 3, and I guarantee the next wine will completely shatter your assumptions about Australian wine. Drop a comment. What's the most overpriced wine you've ever bought? Let's roast it together. Number 3. Penfolds. This is the moment that changes everything. Australian excellence with global recognition. Penfolds Bin 389 pours inky purple with concentrated power. You expect fruit bomb because it's Australian Shiraz. What you actually get will make you question every expensive Bordeaux you've ever bought. The multi-regional blending philosophy creates complexity impossible from single vineyards. Their house style balances power with elegance, showing blackberry, chocolate, and spice with perfect oak integration. International wine critics consistently rate this among the world's best. The Grange represents the pinnacle of Australian winemaking, liquid history in every bottle. For similar quality, try Henschke Hill of Grace. Penfolds earned its reputation by never compromising on quality, regardless of market pressures. But if you think that's impressive, the next wine has collectors fighting each other for bottles. Number 2, Caymus. You're about to discover why people pay $100 plus for this bottle. Cabernet celebrity that lives up to the hype. Caymus Napa Valley pours deep purple with luxurious concentration. You expect overpriced cult wine because of the reputation and allocation. What you actually get is masterful Napa Cabernet that justifies every dollar and the wait. The Wagner family's understanding of Napa terroir spans generations. Their Cabernet shows cassis, cedar, and tobacco with velvety tannins that coat your palate. Wine collectors fight for allocations because it consistently delivers excellence. The special selection represents Napa at its absolute peak, power and elegance in perfect harmony. Speaking of value, make sure you're subscribed because next week we're ranking the best wines under $15. For similar quality, try Schaefer 1.5 if you can find it. Caymus proves that some cult wines earn their status through pure quality. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepares you for what's coming at number 1. Number 1. Opus One. The $400 bottle that will either vindicate or destroy your faith in expensive wine. The collaboration that defined luxury. Opus One pours deep garnet with aristocratic presence. You expect pretentious overpricing because of the $400 price tag. What you actually get is the perfect marriage of Bordeaux tradition and Napa power, crafted by 2 wine legends. Baron Philippe de Rothschild and Robert Mondavi created this as the ultimate expression of Napa Valley. The Bordeaux blend shows cassis, graphite, and cedar with tannins that will evolve for decades. Wine investors treasure this because it represents the pinnacle of American winemaking ambition. Every bottle is a statement. This is what happens when money meets passion and expertise. For similar prestige, try Screaming Eagle if you can afford it. Opus One doesn't just make wine, it makes history. That's our wine ranking from bottom shelf to liquid gold. But we're just getting started. Want us to tackle beer, spirits, or maybe dive into specific wine regions next? Drop your pick in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss the next pour. Your favorite drink might be up for judgment next. Until then, drink what you love, but now you know which wines actually deserve the love.